Okay, so first of all, any questions, any doubt from last lecture? Okay, okay, thank you all. So let's start today's lecture. And yesterday we learned to the network sniffers and injectors. Right now, today we will discuss about some of the sniffers which are available inside the Kali Linux, and these are the useful tools to find out the details of the network, details of the devices. Right? So let's we start with the TCP dump. So TCP dump is a tool. It is a sniffer, and we can use the sniffer for the Unix operating system. We have another is WinDump, and we can use this sniffer for the Windows operating system. And for both these tools, we have to give the administrator or the root privileges to the tools. In the Linux, we are using the sudo, and in the Windows, we have to start the tools with the administrative rights. Right? The TCP dump is based on the filtering of the packets, and the type of the TCP dump is it will captures the traffic from the packets or by the host or the web. Let me give you an example. If currently we all are in the same network, and if I am accessing the Google, the Facebook, YouTube, or anything, and you are the intruder, you want to sniff my activities, then what you have to do, you have to select the filter, and in the filter you have to give my host or my IP address, right? So it will find out the direction from source to destination, and it will only find out the two types of the packets. First one is the TCP packets, and second one is the UDP packets. Right? So this one is the TCP dump, and here the examples of the TCP dump. Let me start the TCP dump in my Linux. Okay, I think I have to install TCP dump. It is not pre-installed in my system because at the time of installation I didn't selected the full packet of all the tools, right? So just give me 1 minute. Uh, Okay, Harshit. Repeat the metasploit, right? Okay. So let's me repeat it first. Okay. First, let's talk about the Metasploit. Metasploit is a framework, and Metasploit has a very powerful database. What Metasploit will do? Metasploit will give us functionalities to identify the vulnerabilities, exploit that vulnerabilities using some of the data packets, and these data packets are known as the payloads, and let me give you some example of the metasploit. Right. If I will repeat the yesterday's example as well. Right. So if I want to hack someone's mobile, right, what I will do, I will just generate one application in Metasploit, and I will give that application to the user, or I will hide the application behind some of the other application. Now if you installed my application and if my code is there in your mobile devices, then I have the rights of all the hardwares of your device. I can capture the photos, I can capture the videos of your camera, and without knowing to you, I can use that photos and videos. I will directly store all of these photos and videos to my system, right? And also I can access the GPS, your location services as well. Okay. So this one is the Metasploit. Second example, if we all are connected in a same router, then what I will do, I will just perform a man in the middle attack on the router, and I will uh, get all the information of your surfing, of your chat, of your video history, and all the other internet related services. Right. So this is the Metasploit. You can do anything using the Metasploit. You can easily find out the different vulnerabilities. You can find out any other threats and risks in your systems, and you can easily send the payloads to some our victims, right? So this one is the Metasploit's home screen, and as yesterday I told you, you will get each and every time a new symbol here, right? So this one is the Metasploit. Okay. Yes, Vipul Kumar told us that Wireshark is also doing the same thing. Yes, Wireshark is there, and we will learn about the Wireshark as well. Right. First, TCP dump. So let me close this one and write down the code of TCP dump. What I
Sir,
am. Yes, yes,
sir, what is the meaning of
yes, please.
Unix-based tools?
Yes, the meaning of the Unix-based tools means either that tools are only working on the Unix, the setup of the tool is only available for the Unix, or second thing, you can only target the Unix systems using this type of tools. Right? It depends on the purpose, and it depends on the on which platform it is developed.
Sir, Unix is a different system and Linux have
Yes,
different system.
yes,
So
Unix is the
if
different.
so
Yes.
sir, if TCP dump is a Unix-based tool, so how can it run on Linux?
Yes. Now let me clear this thing. If any tool is in the first version, is if in the first version it is based on the Unix, then after the some time or after the evaluation and updation, it is also available for the Linux as well as for the Windows, right? So it is not like that we are only working on the Unix, or this tool is only available for the Unix. We have some of the other versions for the same tool in Linux also, right? The same way is the nmap, right? Nmap is available only in the terminal in Linux, but it is also available for based on the GUI in Windows. Right? The same way we have different tools for different operating system. Uh, so the code here is sudo for the privileges and for the root access, apt get install, right? This is for installation of the any tools or software, and what we want TCP dump. Right? So here I have to give the password, and it is getting the TCP dump, right? So here is the answer of your question, right? It is the Unix based, but we have it in our Kali Linux also. It is not still there, right? I have to restart the system after installation of it. So we will do it after. Just and now this is the step you have to follow for installation of the TCP dump, right? Now these are the some of the uh, rules or some of the commands, right? Here look at these commands. I will not right now performing this because I have to restart the Kali Linux and it will take some time. So just look at this. Here the command is first TCP dump, right? After that we have host, and the IP of the host is 192.168.1.100. It is our victim, right? So after that colon and traffic only to from given IP. It means it will give us the traffic from the this port, this IP address only. Now next, if I want to target the same victim and a single port of that victim, right? If I want to target the port number 80 only, then I have to mention after the 100 the port number, right? And in the third example, if I want to target the total network, right, then I have to give the subnet or submask of the network. You will learn about the subnetting and the submasking of the network in your computer network. Just here you have to write down 24, or based on the network you have to write down the 36 or 18. It is totally depends on your subnetting of the network, right? It is a very large topic, subnetting, or I will teach you here, but it is a large topic, and you will get the details of the subnetting in your computer networks, right? So these are the basic commands. Let me check one of it, if it is working. Sudo uh, what is the command here? We have TCP dump, right? After that host and 192.16, sorry, TCP dump host 192.168.1.100, right? So what we are doing here, we are just listening to the port, listening to the communication of this IP address. It may happen that this IP address is not there in my network, or the system which has this IP address is turned off. Right? It may be possible that we will not get anything from this command, but make sure that the system is live, and after that you are doing this activity, right? For making sure that the system is live or not, what we have to do, I want to answer from your side. If I want to, if I want to find out that a system is live or not, then what I have to do? Yes, people, good, ping, right? So here, let's ping 192.168.1.100. So uh, we are not able to ping this system. It means this system is switched off, and that's why we are not able to capture any of the data, right? So these are the commands for the TCP dump, right? Uh, these are the commands for different purposes. If I want to find out a particular protocol, if I want to find out the packets from the particular protocols, then I have to mention that protocol and the port number related to that protocol. Right, so these are the commands, and I show you the how to install the TCP dump and how to write down the commands of the TCP dump. Right, just let's copy it. Okay. So next one is the Wireshark. Right, Wireshark is a tool, and it is a GUI based tool, right? It gives us a very beautiful GUI, and easily using the Wireshark, you can capture packets from the network. Right? I will show you Wireshark as well. Uh, but first of all, let's study about it. It adds protocol analysis with traffic analysis as well. Right? It gives us two functionalities together. First one is the protocol analysis, and as well as the traffic analysis. Second, it can be used for review traffic captured by TCP dump and Win dump. We can use this tool to identify the packets, to see the information of the packets which are captured by the TCP dump and Win dump. It also supports both of the operating system, Windows as well as the Linux, and it is also available in the Ubuntu. And from where we can download it, we can download it from the website of the Wireshark, and the website is wireshark.org. If you want it in the Windows, then you have to download it from there. If you are on the Linux and you selected the whole package at the time of installation, the Wireshark must be there, right? So let's check it is available in my network, my system or not. Yes, it is available in my. Okay, so this one is the GUI of Wireshark. Now, what we are trying here, we are sniffing the network. We want to capture the packets from the network, right? So, if currently I am working in the VMware, right? So at that time, I have to select the loopback L0, right? Because I am using my base system's internet currently. If I am on the Windows system and I have installed Wireshark on the Windows, then I can select the Ethernet, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth. These are the interface of my system. Using this information interface, I can access the internet, right? So currently, I am in the VMware, and I select this one, loopback 2, right? So here this starting of the sniffer, right? Currently my system is not okay. Here is the packet captures, right? Currently my system is not in the directly connected to the internet. My system is connected to first the base system, and after the base system it is connected to the internet, right? That's why it is taking some time for the packet capturing. So these are the all the packets captured by system, right? Here look at this, the time, the source, the destination, right? Right now we have the source and destination same, because my system is currently uh, communicating with itself, right? That's why this is the source and the destination. If you will install the Wireshark inside your Windows system and captures the packets from the network, then you will get here the IP addresses as well as the links of the website which are accessed by the some of the user inside your network. And this one is the prototype of the packets. Currently, I am streaming to you. Currently, I am on the Google Meet. That's why we have the UDP protocols here. This one is the length of the particular packets. This one is the information of the packets. Right? If I want to select this packet first, then these are the some of the information, and this information are in the hexadecimal format. Right? So you have to uh, learn how to decode these packets. Right? I will not teach you how to decode these packets. I will just teach you how to capture these packets. Okay, the rest will be done by you. And if you want to learn the cyber security, then you have to learn something on your own also, because uh, I am performing some task on different machines, and you will perform the same task on different machines, and both the machines have different IP addresses, different MAC addresses, different antivirus, and different types of firewall rules, right? So it may happen that some of the attacks, some of the tasks will be done by me, which are not you are not able to perform that task on your systems, right? It may happen. Yes, Divyansu.
Sir, like if I ping on Windows command prompt,
Yes,
it sends only four empty packet.
yes.
So
uh,
how many will it send on this Unix based system?
Okay, yes, good question. If I am pinging from the Windows, then it will only send four packets default, and in the Linux and Ubuntu, it will send unlimited packets. Right? Let me show you. So this one is the. Let me first finish the wire set. Okay, I will show you the ping after this. So here, right, here is the all the about the packets. We captured here 61 packets, and if you want to find out details of any of these packets, then just click on the particular packet and you will get all the information related to that particular packets, right? So if I will double click on it, then I will get a pop-up, and in the pop-up I will also get the same details here, right? Just you have to learn about the hexadecimal code and how to decode this hexadecimal code. So this is the Wireshark, and now back to the question, ping, right? If I am doing here ping of Google, then it will not stop until I stop it. Right? Just look at this. Right? It will give me continuous reply from the Google. This is the difference between the Windows and the Linux ping. In Windows, it default give us only four packets, and in Linux, it gives us unlimited packets. Right? To stop this, we have to press Control C. Now here, right? Uh, you can use some of the other parameters as well for the ping.
Sir, what are the
And
maximum size of each packet?
it's totally depends on our default setting, right? If you are just doing the ping with the internal network, then the messages are only the hello messages, right? If you are doing the ping with the outside of your network, then some of the packets are there also, some of the data is also there. So it's totally depends on to whom you are pinging. We can't say that the maximum size or minimum size will be this. And also, yes, you can perform those attack using this ping as well, right? because this one, the ping of the Google is continuous here, right? So this one is the, if all of you find out that you have to perform a DOS attack on someone, then you can use the ping at the same time from your different locations as well, right? Because it continues sends here the packets. And look at this, here we have the 64 bytes of the packet, right? Let me stop it.
Sir, are these all empty packet?
No, these are not empty packets, because if the packet is empty, then the receiver will not able to give the answer to us. Right? These packets are the either hello type packets or the echo type packets. It just go to there and comes back to us. Right? The meaning of the echo you know very well. Okay. Am I clear, people? Hello, Divyansu. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Vipul has a question. Then how we find packet losing in Kali? Uh, Actually, I didn't get your question, Vipul. Please uh, justify this.
Yes, sir. How we find sir packet lose or not? मतलब means what I have sent packet and what I received. How we find sir?
Okay, yes, here we have to, just give me 1 minute. Now, here we have to add some of the parameters, right? And look at this, the last two lines, right? A total 28 packets transmitted, 27 received, right? And one is lost here. So it gives us the all the details, same as the Windows system. As soon as I stop the ping, it gives me all the details, right? Now, look at this. One, right? Two. After four, I will stop it. Okay. And oh, that the
Sir, how
process,
to stop
and
this?
so that's why we received the 11 packets. Control C. Just use the Control C.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Abhishek. Okay, Abhishek. I will repeat it. We are study about the Wireshark, right? We are on the topic sniffing, right? Uh, Now, if I want to find out some of the data from the network, if I want to find out some of the details of the devices which are connected in my network, right? Which type of the information, particularly which type of the information. So, particularly if I want to find out that like if Vipul is in my network and I want to find out that to whom Vipul is communicating, which type of websites he is accessing, and which type of messages he is sending or receiving, right? So to find out this all these things, we have to use sniffing tools, and we have a very good sniffing tool, and it is known as the Wireshark. So Wireshark is available for all the operating system. It is available for the Linux, it is available for the Ubuntu, and it is available for the Windows as well. Now, when you are on the Wireshark, right? At that time, first of all, you have to give the interface, right? Through which interface you are correctly connected, and through which interface you want to find out the packets, right? Currently I am on the VMware, that's why I will use this loopback L0. If you have the Wireshark in your base system, then you have to select either Ethernet 0 if you have a LAN cable, or you have to select the Wi-Fi if you are connected to directly router. Now here I will select this one because I am on the VM there, right? And I will wait for the packets. If I want to sniff particular person or particular IP address, then what I have to do, I have to write down here that I want to uh, uh, sniff this IP address, right? The command is not this. I just show you the demo. You have to write down here the commands, the some of the filtering rules, right? Yes, we have default rules are here, right? Look at this. So many rules are here. If I want to sniff a particular IP address, then I have to select this IP 192. Right? I have to select this tool if I want to sniff this 192.0.2.1. Right? So this is the Wireshark, and if I want to find out that a particular system is live or not, right? Before sniffing someone, we have to make sure that the particular system is live, right? Without the turning off the system, we are not able to find out the communication. So for that, we are using the ping command, right? So for ping, what we have to do, we have to just write down the ping and the IP address of particular website or particular IP address, right? So here I will go with the google.com, right? So this one is the ping command. It helps us to find out that the system or the server or the website is live or not. For stopping this process, we have to press control P. If you don't have Kali Linux and still want to ping, what you have to do, just go to your command prompt and write down ping command there. Ping www.google.com, right? And you have the ping here, right? Now no one asked me about the what is the TTL here, right? We have TTL in both the window. Look at this. Here is also TTL and here is also TTL, right? No one from your side asked me about the TTL. What is the TTL? Abhishek, Abhishek, am I clear? Or you need more justifications or anything else on this topic? Okay. Okay, now what is TTL? Anyone knows about the TTL? Okay. It is the time to live. Time to live. If my packet will not come back to me in this microsecond 128, then we have to consider that packet as the loss of packet, right? So this one is the time to live. This is the time in which the packet must be came to us, right? So if we have no answer in this time 128 microsecond, then we have to consider that particular packet as the packet loss, right? So now clear TTL.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other questions from your side? Okay. Okay. Thank you. So let's go to the presentation. Right? This is the our wires are, and this figure is not that much of important for examinations. Just still, let's take some of the overview from this figure. Now, as in computer networks, I don't know about the completed syllabus, but you have the TCP/IP protocols there. You have the seven-layer model there, right? And the TCP/IP model is also there. So this one is the model TCP/IP. It is the reference model, and here, yes, OSI model is the reference model, and TCP/IP model is actually implemented in the network. Now, uh, here, what packet sniffers do? Packet sniffers captures the packets from the link, or we can say from the Ethernet, right? So this one is the diagram of the how to capture the packets, but don't worry about it. It is not that much of important. What is the important is you have the knowledge of the wire set and you have the abilities to capture the packets, right? So this all these things are already discussed, right? As I told you that this content is in the hexadecimal format and the ASCII format is also there, right? Here, if you are using the Wireshark in your Windows system, then you will find out that each and every packet has a different color code, right? Just as this figure. So each and every port and each and every service has a different color code. So you can easily find out the particular service and particular port, right? Now, next one is the EtherCAT. Right? It is also available for both the operating system, Linux as well as the Windows, right? It has two functionalities. First one is the unified sniffing. You can sniff using a single interface in the unified sniffer, and in the bridge sniffer you can monitor two or more than two interfaces, right? Now let's take a look to the EtherCAT. This one is the EtherCAT, and using the EtherCAT you can perform many of the things. Let's first finish this portion. After that we will see about the EtherCAT, right? It is a open source tool and it is written by these two persons. The names are not necessary for us, right? Uh, EtherCAT is described by its author as a multi-purpose sniffer, interceptor, and logger for switched lanes. Right? The authors or the owner of the tools describe this tool as a sniffer, as well as an interceptor, as well as a logger. It means you already know about this sniffer, right? What is the meaning of the interceptor in our communication? Interceptor means to capture some of the packets and stop that packets from receiving to the receiver, right? And third one is the logger. It can maintain the logs of the communication as well, right? EtherCAT is a versatile network manipulation tool. It can manipulate your devices, it can manipulate your switch, routers, and hub. It is also it has the ability to perform the man in the middle attacks as well on the switch, on the hubs, and on the networks. Right? Other things, it can inject the characters, it can filter the packets, it can collect the password as well as the protocols from the network. It also supports the secure algorithms SSH. If someone is using the SSH in communication, then also it can identify those packets and can capture those packages, right? And Yes, the last point, it kills any of the connection. You can stop the internet off uh, whole the organization using a single click on Ether cap. Right? So it is a very powerful tool. It is a very dangerous tool. Before using this tool, you must have the knowledge of the tool and you must have the knowledge of the consequences, right? It may happen that you will damage your own Ethernet card and Wi-Fi card as well, right? So here is the Ethercare, and I think the lecture is over, right? No, sorry, 11:10 to 12:10. Sorry, my mistake. So here now look at this. First, the primary interface, right? Here we are on the VMware. That's why I will use this local loopback. Right? If I am on the actual system and I want to use all of the interface, then I have to select this bridge sniffing, right? And I have to select other from here, right? But I am on the VMware, so here it is. And now look at this. First one is the unoffensive, second one is the promise, and third one is the set hash mark. Don't do anything here, just go with the default setting, and here starting of the sniffing. Look at this, right? Currently I am on the VMware, that's why we are not getting too much information here, but if you try this on your base system, then you will find so much information from here. Now look at this. You can select targets from here. Here is the host. Now if I want to scan the total devices inside my networks, then what I have to do, scan for the host, right? uh, right, just I stop the current scanning, and now go to the host and scan for the host. Okay. Currently, I am on the VMware, so it will not give me any of the details, but you can easily find out the host from here. Go to the target, select a target. If you want to give manual IP addresses and MAC address of any system, then just do it here, right? After that, what you have to do, right? Here are the types of the activities you can perform, right? First one is the ARP poisoning. ARP poisoning is useful in the stopping the all the networks in our network, and you can use this ARP poisoning for stop the internet of others as well as, right? So uh, this all these types of attacks are very dangerous, and before performing any of this attack, right, please make sure that you are not breaking any of the rules, not breaking any of the institute rules as well, right? So I will not right now able to show you some of the attacks. Let me check if the turcap is available in my system, or I can download it. Okay, these are all the Linux. Yes, EtherCap has the same functionalities of capturing the packets as well. Right, same as the Wireshark, you can capture the packets using the EtherCap. After the capturing of packets, you have to open that packets on the Wireshark or any other tool which are able to open the packets, and we can also read the hexadecimal and ASCII values. Right. This one is the first use of the EtherCap. Second use, you can easily sniff all the information using the EtherCap. Which type of the information, right? If someone is accessing the file transfer server, right? If someone is on the file transmission server, and the file transfer server has the plain user ID and plain password, at that time you can easily find out the username and password as well as using the EtherCap. If you want to uh, hack some of the network related devices, switches, routers, and if you are want to poisoning them, and if you want to reset total network from single click, then you can use the EtherCap as well. It has the multiple purposes of the EtherCaps are there, and you can use the EtherCap for different purposes. Right? Just look at this. Here. Here are the options which can the EtherCap. Right? You can do this type of the attacks, this type of the interception of the packets on the EtherCap. Right? Am I clear? Okay. So any questions from your side on the EtherCap? Abhishek, Divyansu, Vipul, any questions from your side?
Sir, I have a
Okay.
different question.
Yes, yes, please ask it.
Sir, like we send packets, so if we do the DOS attack,
Yes,
so even my IP address is located on their server, right? So Linux provide any VPN, or
yes, yes, it is
if
there.
I'm doing any DOS attack, so we have to use our own.
Okay. Uh, in Linux, we have to use the Open VPN, right? Like Windows, there are not any VPNs by given by the third parties, right? But in Linux, you have to use the Open VPN, and yes, some of the VPNs are also given by the Linux inbuilt inside the Kali Linux. So use that particular VPN. And one more thing, if you are doing the ping to someone, then it is not the they will not consider it as a attack, right? You are just checking that the system is live or not. So don't worry about the ping. If you are performing those using the ping, then you are just checking the connection, right? So no need of VPN in that case. Okay. So time to time for attendance. Uh, just follow my instructions. Okay. First of all, EC1. Write down your enrollment number, and after enrollment, write down the batch EC1. Right? Yes, same as the Hershey. First of all, EC1 only. 1 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 Okay. After that, EC2. Okay. PC1. Others can left the meet and most welcome all of you.